And we're back. Hey, what's up? It's Monday, June 4th, 4:20 p.m. This is the 420 Report, your daily live video blog with Jeremy jer-dog Danley. That's me. I don't know what kind of science experiment my wife has going on, but these are the sweet potatoes that I'm supposed to be cutting up and serving for dinner tonight. And there's like 4 more of these. They're growing a whole garden unto themselves. So this is what I'm supposed to be having for dinner tonight, cutting up for dinner, sweet potatoes. In any case, now that I've got your attention and the audience is building, let me go over the show dates real quick, and then we'll get to the real meat and potatoes of this episode of the 420 Report. Now, in the past, I was able to tell who was joining in and who wasn't. It's like right now, Johanna, she just hit me up with a little wave. So hit me up with the wave or a comment or an FU, critique, criticism, question. I don't care. And then I know that you're here and I can give you a shout out. Otherwise, I can't tell. I used to be able to tell. I used to give me a whole feed along the side. And then I think due to that privacy bullshit, they took that feature away. That's just my theory. I don't really know. It's not like I work for Facebook or anything, but let me get to the show dates. Hey, Ryan, what's up? Ryan Schultz coming to the Schultz's compound, Janes, Vegas, June 28th on that one, June 23rd at Lon's Tailgaters in Stoughton. Get your tickets now, $7 in advance, $10 day of show. You don't want to miss it, man. It's going to get crazy. Jack Wild, supposedly going to be the MC. Paul Michael, local celebrity DJ, is going to be there opening up the show. It's going to be fantastic. June 23rd. Did I get that right? I hope I did. All I know for sure is this Friday I head to Lawrenceville, Illinois, for a gig at Basso's, one-man, 90-minute show, Basso's Bar, Lawrenceville, Illinois, this Friday, June 8th. This Saturday, June 9th, I go back to one of my favorite establishments of all time, Bay City, Michigan, A.J. Bailey's. Say hello to Randy, a.k.a. Miss Pocket Meat. Say hello to Jody, a.k.a. Kool-Aid Man. Everybody up there in Bay City, spread the word. Jer-dog is coming back to town this Saturday. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, night. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, night. I can't sing for shit, but whatever. I'm excited to be going back to Bay City this Saturday. I was just in Michigan last week, actually. Show at the Uptown Bar in Crystal, Michigan. Just north of Lansing a little bit. Shout out to Darlene and Amy Lynn and Dobie. Maxwell totally crushed it. He had the crowd eating out of the palm of his hands. Make sure you head on out there next month for the Screwlywed game with Daryl Moon and Bink Winkleton for the rated R version of the Newlywed Game. I also had a blast heading down to Minster, Ohio this last Saturday. Hey, Sarah, what's up? Timothy's here. Trisha. Good to see you guys. And head on over to barcomic.com. Get a free copy of my CD, Totally Baked. Totally baked, totally free, barcomic.com. I'll put the link in the comments as soon as I wrap up here. Went to Minster, Ohio this last Saturday night. I'm saying a lot. I'm kind of distracted out here. I'm sitting out on the patio. See, I just did it again. Now I'm self-conscious about it. Let me take a drink. I'm out here on the patio. It's beautiful weather, which it actually said that on the app that we have on the phone. It actually said 80s and beautiful. I'm like, you can't put that on an app. You can't put that in the weather report. 80s and beautiful, sunny and beautiful. What if it's not beautiful to someone? What if it's the farmer that needs rain on his crops or the crops are going to die? You know, maybe it's not beautiful to that guy. Maybe it's a bitch of a day to that guy. You can't put beautiful in the weather report. In any case, This last Saturday night was a new one on me. I probably stay in about 100 hotels or more every year. I never know what to expect. Last week, I was in Leadville, Colorado, the beautiful Silver King Inn, courtesy of my cousin Shannon and Kevin Ferguson. We had a great time. Beautiful suite, beautiful mountain view. This last weekend in Minster, Ohio, staying in the back of a coffee shop. No, not a coffee shop, an ice cream shop. It was the Dairy. So last week I was in the Silver King Inn. This week I was in the Dairy King and Motel, room 7. I didn't know what to expect, man. It was all right. It was actually really nice. It was brand new. It was a beautiful room. Little kitchenette there. I could make myself some food. Nice refrigerator. The bed was awesome. That's, you know what? I don't really have a whole lot of needs. I don't need to stay in these luxurious resort hotels. I don't need to stay in, oh, thanks for the message. I don't need to stay in the, all I need is a clean, comfortable, nice bed, hot shower, Wi-Fi signal. That's really all I need. A lot of hotels can't even get that shit right. But this place, they knew exactly who I was, probably because I was the only person staying in the hotel that had a reservation for last Saturday night. But they immediately had the key ready to go. They're like, hey, enjoy your stay. It was a beautiful room. And so I laid down to take a nap before the show, like I usually do, part of my pre-show ritual. And out of nowhere, see, there I did it again. Another sirens start going off. Cops and bullhorns, fire trucks, ambulances, everything. People screaming. I'm like, what? I wake up out of my nap thinking martial law has struck. I'm like, that's it. People went too fucking crazy on Facebook. We finally broke into a civil war. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was like when the Blues Brothers are getting chased from the Palace Hotel ballroom back to Chicago so they could pay the Cook County tax assessor so the orphanage doesn't close down. And they got the SWAT team coming in after them. The whole works. Like, what the hell is this? It turns out that the local high school baseball team had won the championship, so everybody was just celebrating and out excited. We won, we won. That's the thing that's what doesn't get me. That's what gets me about sports. I don't understand about sports. Whenever the team wins, they're like, we won. And then whenever the team loses, they say they lost. Explain that one to me. I don't know if we have any sports fans watching right now or not, but like they always want to associate themselves to the team when they won. We won, we won. We won. But then when the team loses, they're like, they lost. Fucking losers. My dad used to do that shit all the time. He loved the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whenever the Iowa Hawkeyes would win, we won, we won. I'm like, no, they won. You watched. You didn't do shit. You complained when they fumbled or when they screwed up the play. All right? You didn't do shit. You watched. They won. That always gets me, man. People go crazy about that shit. In any case, it was a lot of fun. I didn't get my nap. And I was a little bit tired and cranky going into the gig. But I had a great time performing at the Eagles Club there in Minster, Ohio. Shout out to Angel Delaney. And who else did I meet there? Jamie, the bartender, Barb. I know I'm forgetting a couple people. But thank you so much. It was pretty much a packed house. There were a few empty tables there up front, but they were all arranged in kind of a weird way. It was going to be difficult to get in and out of there. So I pretty much considered a packed house, although it was definitely a mixed bag of reaction. Jer-dog got his typical response of 50% of the crowd loved him, 50% of the crowd hated him. And I'll just give you one guess right now. Anybody that's watching, be it live or on the replay, because I'll go back and answer all these comments. I'll give you one guess right now what the demographic of the audience was that hated the Jer-dog show last Saturday night at the Minster, Ohio Eagles Club. I'll give you one guess if anybody can comment with what they thought that demographic was of who would hate a Jer-dog show. And no, douchebags don't count as a demographic. Tight asses are not a demographic. I had this lady come up to me. I'm like, I've got my t-shirts and my CDs that I sell, like my DVDs. You can get my CD for free, barcomic.com, totally baked, totally free. And but I've got my DVD, my movie American Smartass there, along with the I'm Out of Weed Again shirt, Iowa shirt. And, you know, there's a line for the merchandise table. Some lady comes cutting right up through that in front of everybody. And she comes right up to me. She's like, I just wanted to let you know that both my husband and I thought you sucked. I was like, okay, well, like, in what way? Like, what, the delivery was bad? You didn't like the jokes? Was it too over the, oh, no, you just sucked. I'm like, well, you got to tell me something. Otherwise, how do I know what to improve? She was like, you just sucked. I just wanted you to let you know that. I love that kind of feedback, man. People, they just get so riled up. It's like they don't know how to handle themselves. And half the time, I don't know if that's just their way of busting your balls or if they really did think you suck. But it's like saying that it's going to be 80, sunny and beautiful. It's too subject, like sunny and beautiful. You can't say beautiful in a weather report. 80s and sunny, okay, that's something specific. You can't just come up and say the comedian sucked. You know, maybe I didn't resonate with you. Maybe you thought the jokes were too dirty, too many curse words, too much about this subject matter or that subject matter, which, by the way, is whenever somebody complains about the show being quote-unquote offensive, it's never about the language that I use. It's never because I drop an F-bomb here or there. It's never because I'm throwing out C words. Well, one time it was. But it's always because of subject matter. They just don't like the subject matter that you're talking about. You made fun of Walmart too much, and then it turns out that they themselves work at Walmart. You know, they just get sensitive about the subject matter that hits close to home for them, and then that's when they say that you were dirty, raunchy, over the top, offensive. That's when the haters come out of the woodwork. I don't think the words matter. Like, I mean, they matter in terms of being able to construct them just right in order for maximum impact to get the best laughs throughout the entire show. Of course it matters. Like, these jokes are very, very carefully crafted. I know it looks like I make this shit up off the top of my head. And when I'm doing these live video blogs like the 420 Report each and every day at 4:20 p.m. or as close as possible, I pretty much am just making it up off the top of my head. And a lot of the shows that I do are very improvisational, very irreverent, very spontaneous. No holds barred. Everybody knows what they're getting themselves into when they go to a jer-dog show. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just show up at the place that the performance is being held and it's like a complete ambush. All you wanted to do was have a couple of draws of Busch Light and listen to the jukebox. Well, that's cool on just about any other night of the week, but when comedy night is there, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get raw, real, you know, irreverent, improvisational, spontaneous, off the cuff, off the top of my head, but also very carefully crafted jokes. So I can just weave it back and forth, you know. Here's the routine, here's the scripted stuff, here's the tight material, here's the shit that works every time, here's the stuff that I'm reacting to that just happens spontaneously in the bar. The waitress drops a tray of drinks, some girl up front doesn't get the fucking joke, so you got to explain every single one of them to her, and then that turns into a running gag throughout the entire show. I mean, have you ever been to one of my shows? You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about because it's exactly the formula that I follow. And I love it when people come up to me afterwards with their feedback, you know, because there's many people that are going to come up and go, oh, I loved it. You were awesome. That was so great. Yeah, high five. You know, it's very cool. It's like, you don't need to be, well, what specifically did you like about the show? What specific? No, because the energy is positive. I don't even necessarily need you to like the show. I know that enough people are out there laughing, having a good time. They're buying drinks. The bar owners beside themselves. The bartenders are making more in tips. I just like people to laugh and have a good time. But if you thought it sucked, I need to know what to improve. If you thought it was awesome, I already know you thought it was awesome. That's great. That's the whole intention. You let the environment take its desired effect. But if you thought it sucked, you got to let me know. Even if you think these Facebook videos suck, let me know. What can I do to improve it? Maybe you don't like the fucking black and white filter I put on here. Personally, I think it's cool. And I'm just grateful today that I'm not getting interrupted by the neighbor's dogs or those goddamn pinko Russians cutting the live feed. In any case, woo! Thank you for being here today and letting me get that off my chest. I've got to get my son to baseball practice. It's actually, no, Little League practice was canceled. They canceled Little League practice and they canceled the swim lessons today. Both for bullshit reasons, if you want my opinion. Little League practice was canceled because there were a couple of kids that weren't going to be able to make it. So then the coach was like, oh, we'll just cancel the whole practice. Like, they've already got their batting down. They're already pretty good at catching. It's like, yeah, no, you do this shit day in and day out. You got, that's what practice is. It's all about repetition. That's why I get on stage week in and week out. I can't have the show. The show must go on. Don't these fucking coaches know rule number one of show business? You don't cancel Little League just because a couple of kids can't make it. You don't cancel practice. So now, which I don't mind doing, but I got to take my son out and throw him 100 pitches just to make sure his batting's on point. I think one of the dumbest fucking things you can do, and one of the worst things we're doing now with kids, is we're putting them in a position to care about winning and then not properly preparing them. And then at the end of the year, they get all upset. They lost the game. Boo-hoo. They're not rolling. Only one team can be the champions. Like this last weekend, they're running around. They're celebrating. They got the fire trucks going. They got the cop cars going. Only one team gets to do that. Everybody else are not the champions. So you don't get the participation trophy. But then they get all upset and pissed off because you didn't properly prepare them to win by practicing. I get up there and I do stand-up comedy week in and week out to keep my shit sharp. That way, if somebody comes up like, oh, I thought you sucked, somebody did thought I suck. That's okay, because I can go, no, next week and the week after that and the month after that and the year after that, I'm still going to be out there traveling around the country, entertaining alcoholics at nightclubs, taverns, and neighborhood bars. That's what it's all about, baby. Practice. I got to make sure my kid's shit is tight so that when he gets up there, he's fully armed, he's fully confident, he's ready to rock. You don't have to worry about these goddamn participation trophies at the end of the year. You just worry about getting them properly prepared to put them in a position to win. Hey, bud, what's up? Like I said earlier, coming to Schultz's, man, June 28th, and also Stoughton, Wisconsin, Lawns Tailgaters. Bud, you going to be at that one? That is June 22nd, I believe. No, 23rd, June 23rd. Saturday, June 23rd. And then this Friday night, June 8th, Basso's Grill in Lawrenceville, Illinois. Friday night, June 8th, Stoughton. Jesus Christ, I'm all messed up now. Let me take a drink of water. I can't even spit out the show dates. It's probably a good time for me to wrap this up. Thanks for the share, buddy. This Friday, June 8th, Lawrenceville, Illinois, at Boss O's Grill. Get your tickets now for that. They're going fast. Seating is limited. This Saturday night, June 9th, Bay City, Michigan. Heading back to my home, away from home, Bay City, Michigan. Kool-Aid Man, I know you're probably watching. Spread the word. Miss Pocket Meat, Randy, spread the word. Let people know jer-dog's coming back to town. AJ Bailey's. And then next week, June 15th, I go to Munster, Indiana for my first ever appearance at Johnny's Tap. Next Saturday night, June 16th, Rock Falls, Illinois for the He Said, She Said comedy show at the Eagles Club there. That's going to be a blast. The Battle of the Sexes that I present with the mutant queen of comedy herself, Katrina Brown. That's another thing. Like, okay, see, Bud, he'll be there. But let's say Bud can't make it. Let's say I'm doing the show at Lawns Tailgaters Saturday, June 23rd in Stoughton, Wisconsin, and Bud can't make it, and Paul Michaels can't make it, and Jack Wild can't make it, A couple, see, there goes the neighbor's dogs already. Here we are, joined by the random spontaneous guest, the neighbor's dogs, on the 420 Report, jer-dog's live video blog, every day at 4:20 p.m., which you can also now catch on YouTube. And if you're not a subscriber and you're watching on YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button below. Or if you're watching on Facebook or anywhere else, just head on over to YouTube. My channel is The Bar Comic. Imagine that. But let's say you can't make it, dude. I did like your unknown comic bit. That's true, bud. Let's say you can't make it. Let's say, let's say I'm just going to cut this shit short because the dogs start barking. Fuck them. The show must go on. That's rule number one. If Katrina Brown can't make it to the Eagles Club June 16th for the He Said, She Said comedy battle of the sexes, I'm still doing it. I'll still do it'll still just be me. The show must go on. We ain't canceling that shit just because someone can't make it. I'll put on the wig. I'll stuff some grapefruits up in my shirt. I do a really bad impression. I'm Katrina Brown. Welcome to the He Said, She Said show. The show must go on. You know, they fucking find every goddamn excuse around here to cancel shit. They canceled swim lessons this morning for some dumb reason. They're indoor swim lessons and they got canceled due to weather. Meanwhile, it's 80s, it's sunny, and it's beautiful. So, fucking explain that one to me. I gotta go back. I gotta take my kid to Little League practice. I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Thank you for being here. Come see me this weekend if you're in Lawrenceville, Illinois, or anywhere close. Basso's Grill this Friday night, June 8th. Bay City peeps, Michigan peeps, head over to Bay City, AJ Bailey's Bar and Grill. I gotta cut up these sweet potatoes. I gotta take care of this science experiment my wife has going. She told me she wanted to do some gardening this year. I think she's taking it just a little bit too far. We got potatoes, growing potatoes, growing potatoes. I'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, 4:20 p.m. or as close as possible. In the meantime, thank you for being here, Bud, Lindsay, you gonna be there this Friday night, June 8th? Timothy, Sarah, Tricia, Ryan, Joanna. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, 4:20 p.m. or as close as possible. Dog bless America.